Hi friends, today we are going to start a new type of story time called social emotional story time. What that means is we'll be reading books and learning about different things related to social skills, like how you interact with your friends and your family, and also emotions. So how you might feel and why you might feel that way. So for our very first social emotional story time, we are going to be talking all about different emotions and moods that you might feel. So for every story time, we'll start with a different strategy that you can use when you feel that you need to calm down a little bit. Like let's say that you're feeling really scared or you're feeling really stressed out and you want to calm down a little bit. We'll start with a technique, which means like a strategy you can use, something that will help you to calm down. So our very first strategy that we're going to learn today is called square breathing. It's always important to breathe when you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed about something, so that you can, because sometimes we feel stressed, we tense up and we don't remember how we are supposed to breathe. So we might not breathe as deeply as we should. And so when we remember how to breathe correctly, then our breath can help us to calm down. All that deep breathing helps us. So our first type of breathing is called square breathing. So you can print this out because it'll be attached with the story time. So this square breathing, when you use this paper, what you can do is you can trace your finger along the square. So what you'll do is you'll first start with inhaling. So that means breathing in. So when you breathe in, what you want to do is you want to put your hand on your belly and make sure that when you're breathing in, you can feel your belly coming out. So you're puffing out. So you want to do that for 4 whole seconds. So what you'll do is we'll practice breathing in real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. You would be counting to 4 when you breathe in, and then you'll want to hold. So once you take that deep breath for 4 seconds, then you're going to hold for 4 seconds. So you'll just hold that breath up here, and then we're going to breathe out. So when we practice breathing out, we want to feel our bellies going in. So put your hand on your belly. Your belly will go in when you're breathing out, and you'll do that for 4 seconds. And then we'll hold for 4 seconds with our bellies coming in. So let's try that. And if it helps to trace the square while you're doing it, so you can remember to do your in, and then you trace it when you're holding, trace it for 4 seconds when you're breathing out, and then trace it when you're holding your breath out. So you can do this as many times as you need until your body feels calm. So we'll practice together. So I'm going to set this here, and I'm going to have one hand on my belly and then one hand tracing for 4 seconds. So count with me here. We'll start. Ready? And in. Hold. Out. Hold. And you can do that as many times as you need. So hopefully that helps you to feel good. So that's our first strategy we can use whenever we're feeling a little bit too energized or maybe too sad or scared about something. So the first story we're going to read today is called Today I Feel Silly and Other Moods That Make My Day. We're going to learn about lots of different moods that we might feel. And all feelings are okay. There are no feelings that are not okay to have. Even though feeling angry or sad makes us feel bad, it's okay to have that emotion because it's good to have feelings about things. It's just we have to know how we can handle our feelings and how we should express our emotions. Today I feel silly. Mom says it's the heat. I put rouge on the cat and gloves on my feet. I ate noodles for breakfast and pancakes at night. I dressed like a star and was quite a sight. She feels silly. Sometimes when we feel silly, we might feel wiggly or we want to laugh. Today my mood's bad. I feel grumpy and mean. I picked up my room. It still isn't clean. Forgot to feed Franny and water the fern. And the cocoa I'm making is starting to burn. Sometimes we might have days where we feel just a little bit grouchy. Maybe we didn't get enough sleep or something's bothering us. Oh no, she feels angry. Today I am angry. You'd better stay clear. My face is all pinched and red ear to ear. My friends had a play date. They left me out. My feelings are hurt. I want to shout. Sometimes when we feel angry, we might feel like we want to scream. Sometimes we might even feel like we want to hit somebody. but we know that that's not a good way to express our emotions. So we'll learn lots of different ways that we can express our emotions in a way that doesn't hurt anybody. It doesn't hurt ourselves and it doesn't hurt anybody else. So when we do all these story times, you'll have to listen for different strategies you can use to be calm and to deal with the emotion that you're feeling. Today I'm joyful. My mood is first rate. My friend's sleeping over and she said she can't wait. My freckles are popping, the sun is so bright. I ran in the relay with all of my might. She's feeling good today. Oops. Today I'm confused. My life's getting hairy. Sam says he's my boyfriend, but he also likes Mary. My mom told my father he might be a dad. I might get a brother. I'm not sure I'm glad. So she's not sure what's going on. She's confused about all these different things people are telling her. Today I am quiet. My mom understands. She gave me 2 ice creams and then we held hands. We went to the movies and then had a bite. I cried just a little and then felt all right. Sometimes it's good to cry. If you're feeling sad about something, crying sometimes makes you feel better. And it's okay to cry when you're sad or when you're frustrated. Today I'm excited. There's so much to do. I'm going to sell cookies and lemonade too. I'm starting a club to go clean up the park. And I've got a big crush on my teacher named Mark. Today I am cranky, so nothing seems right. I have diarrhea and broke my new kite. My mom dyed her hair orange. My dad shaved his beard. My tooth came in crooked. This family is weird. Today I am lonely. I feel so small. My auntie's away. I wish that she'd call. My mom's working late and my dad has the flu. And although I've got stuff, I've got nothing to do. Sometimes you feel lonely and bored. And that's okay. We just have to figure out ways that we can feel less bored. Find something to do that would be productive for us. Today I'm happy. I'm walking on air. I learned how to knit and to French braid my hair. I did my first solo in hip hop and jazz. This day has been so great, I'm full of pizzazz. Today I'm discouraged and frustrated. See? I tried rollerblading and fell on my knee. I really want straight hair, but mine's curly Q. Should I cut it or grow it? Or what should I do? Sometimes when you don't know what decision to make, it can be frustrating. Today I am sad. My mood's heavy and gray. There's a frown on my face and it's been there all day. My best friend and I had a really big fight. She said that I tattled, and I know that she's right. Today my mood's great. It's the absolute best. I rode a 2-wheeler and passed my math test. I played soccer at recess and we won the game. I sang in the show and my parents both came. I'd rather feel silly, excited, or glad than cranky or grumpy or discouraged or sad. But moods are just something that happen each day. Whatever I'm feeling inside is okay. How do you feel today? So when we think about how we're feeling, it might change. Like right now, I feel really happy and content and comfortable, but in a few minutes, maybe something might happen that makes me feel really excited, or something might make me feel sad. So it's okay for your moods to change, and it's just important that you know how you can express those emotions. Like we talked about, you don't want to hit anybody when you're sad, even though you might feel like you want to clench your fist and you want to hit somebody. We know that that's not appropriate. So we have to figure out ways that are appropriate to express our emotions. But before we can understand that, we have to understand how we're feeling. So we'll learn about the zones of regulation today. And what that means is when we regulate our behavior and our moods, that means that we have to try to stay in this green zone. That's where we want to be. We want to be happy and positive and calm and content. And if we're at school, we're ready to learn and we're focused. So you feel in control of your body and your brain. You don't feel like your brain's all over the place, and you don't feel like your body's too wiggly or tense. You just feel good. So that's the zone that we always want to try to get to, But if we are in these other zones, it's okay. We just have to try to get back to that green zone. We have to try our strategies, like maybe our deep breathing, to try to get back to that green zone. Sometimes we might be in the blue zone, which is when we're sad, or if we're sick, we're moving pretty slowly, or we're tired and bored. So maybe when you're at school, if you're bored, you feel like you have low energy, you don't really feel like doing anything, you're kind of sluggish all day, and you're not feeling like you're exactly ready to learn. If you're in the yellow zone, this means you might feel like you only have a little bit of control over your brain and your body. So maybe your body feels really wiggly because you're super excited about something. And it's not bad to be excited about anything, that's always good. It's just that when we feel like our body is too wiggly, we might need to do some deep breathing or another strategy to calm back down and get to that green zone. Or when we're feeling frustrated or embarrassed, maybe we're feeling confused, like she was feeling confused sometimes in the story. She was in that yellow zone. Or if you're nervous about something or worried, that can make you feel like you're not in control of your thoughts. Like maybe your thoughts are thinking about something that's worrying you. You'll be in that yellow zone, and then we have to try a strategy to help our thoughts think about positive things in that green zone. And then last, we have this red zone. This is when we might feel like we need to clench our fists or our bodies are really tense. This feels like your body and brain are out of your control. Like if you're kicking or hitting somebody, that feels like your body is not in your control because you know that you don't want to hit or kick anybody. So it feels like your body's kind of taken over. But we know that we have control over our emotions and our bodies, so we can try those strategies to get from this red zone to this green zone. So some of the feelings and emotions you might feel in the red zone, you might be angry or mad. You might even be scared, and if you're so scared that it might be a little different than worried, there you might just be a little bit thinking about something that's bothering you, but here you might be so scared that you absolutely can't focus on anything at school or at home. You're feeling so worried you can't do anything. That would be when you're so scared in the red zone. And then again, hitting or kicking, or if you're super excited. If let's say that you know that you're going somewhere so exciting after school and you absolutely can't focus on your work and you don't know what to do because your body is just so excited, it just wants to jump up and down and you want to scream and shout because you're so excited. It's a good emotion, but it's still in that red zone because we're not in control of our body and our brain, and we have to think about being in control of those things. And that's okay, because sometimes our emotions and our bodies, we feel like they're not regulated, so we have to think about how we want to regulate them, which means that we want to think about how we can control them and get back to this green zone. So an activity that you can do to help you, if you've been feeling like maybe you're not in control or you're in the yellow and red zone a lot, or maybe the blue zone, and you want to try to get back to that green zone, I have this zone of regulation log that you can use. And what you do is you just color in the box with whatever zone you think you're in. So I kind of thought about how I was feeling yesterday and so far today. And I had a really good morning yesterday and a good afternoon. And I was just calm and content. I wasn't worried about anything. I wasn't mad. I was just feeling like I was focused and ready to work on things I needed to work on. And that's how I'm feeling right now. I feel like I'm focused and I'm ready to work with you guys and help you understand your emotions. But then last night I was frustrated about something. So I was in the yellow zone. So I had to do a little bit of deep breathing so that I could come back from that. The same thing this morning. I was worried about something. Something was bothering me. I wasn't so worried where I thought I can't go to work. I can't get ready. I can't do anything because I'm so focused on this, the feelings in the red zone. I was just in the yellow zone where I had a little bit of control over my emotions, and I knew I had to come to work today, but I was feeling a little worried about something. So it was just in the back of my mind. I was like, well, I know I'm kind of worried about this. But once I came to work and I did my deep breathing and I thought about positive thoughts and used some strategies that made me feel better, I was able to get back to the green zone. So hopefully, ideally, you would be in the green zone all the time. That's what we always want, but we know that that's not possible. We can't always be in the green zone because things happen where we might feel sad or angry, and that's okay. You can feel that all the time. You just want to try to get back to that green zone so that you have control over your own body and your own brain. So next week, we'll be talking about different ways to manage our emotions. So we'll talk about another strategy you can use. Maybe it'll be like a deep breathing or a different type of breathing or a different strategy that can help you feel calmer in the moment. And then we'll read another story and have another activity that you can do to help manage your emotions. So hopefully you enjoyed this social emotional story time, and we'll see you next time.